Hello, my wonderful people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending on your time zone or anytime you are coming across my platform. If it is your first time and you like what you are watching, kindly subscribe, put on your notification bell to all notifications. In that way, you'll be able to know when we upload a new video. Here in Linda's TV show, we react to all forms of videos and we'll sit down there to watch it together with you. And I want to appreciate YouTube for creating this wonderful platform. I put a disclaimer that here in Linda's TV show, we do not promote violence, we do not promote hate speech, we do not promote misleading information. We are here to inform and educate the members of the public about the happenings. And again,
what are we having now? And not combating. Judges have been threatened, even right on television stations, on the newspapers, on pages of newspapers, and for us, we feel very uncomfortable.
You know,
I'm sorry, that's why many of us have been very, very reluctant
to come out here.
Yes.
Let me ask you this before I bring in Mr. Bature. Is it not possible that the players in the judiciary, and I'm using the word players in the judiciary carefully, have not been doing what they used to do, have also been compromised, unlike they used to be before now? Is it not possible that they have somewhat gotten into the mix instead of staying above board to look at things from above there? That's what's giving room for this threat, so to speak, as you said.
On the contrary, my brother, I would rather say that we are now having judges of timorous souls who are just too afraid. For instance, there is an election petition that is still pending. I will not want to comment on the facts. But because judgment has been given, of course, when an appeal has been filed. But let me say this. What we met on ground, the position of the law, that cases are decided on pleadings. Some of the cases before the election petition are cases that ought to have died there the very first week if these have taken the position of the president in vogue. That is okay. Cases are decided on the basis of pleadings. And of course, cases are won and lost in chambers. You sleep on your bed the way you prepare the bed. If your pleading is so flippant, get it out. Without wasting time. And none of the case that on the basis of the pleading that I ought to have died the very first week, it was mentioned. But of course, judges are too afraid to apply the law. If you are saying you have 10 polling agents in your pleadings, and of course, you are saying you won the election where you have 1,000 agents. On the basis of that pleadings, your case ought to have died there. In the past, when we joined this profession, we ask you to address it on the basis of your pleading. Look at the paragraphs also of your pleadings, address us on that, and let's sustain what you brought before us. You see, because our judicial system is acquisitional in nature. It is justice according to the position of the law, not justice according to how you feel or my disposition or my feelings. No. Okay, it's not about morality. It's not about what the public is saying there.
We'll come back.
I mean, that day never come.
Yeah. When
judgment will be based on public sentiment, public commissions, or what the media is saying. But that day never come. The country will be in trouble.
I'll say amen to that, but the judiciary should also know that part of their responsibility is to ensure that their judgment also does not in any way threaten the peace of society. Isn't that what's part of
course, you see, my problem here, when the media says, people are saying, oh, peace of society, where did you conduct the census of what are the scientific...
No, what I said was part of the responsibility of the judiciary is to ensure that their rulings do not...
That is why the Supreme Court is there as a court of policy, not just of... Just court of...
We'll come back to this conversation. Let's bring Mr. So in this case now, from what he said, the judges could, based on what he said, judges could have delivered this judgment on that jurors, but put that to one side. Then he talked about the fact that the man who's been declared the winner, who has been, based on the ruling, should be given the certificate of return, wasn't even joining the suit. How does that play out?
Well, to me, that's still remain a matter of speculation, but let's start from where he stopped. He said the fellow declared as the winner was not
joining the suit.
He has forgotten that the party that sponsored him was a party to that petition. And the fellow has not come out to say, no, he was not a party to it.
Would you, if you were in that fellow's shoes, would you come out and say you were not party to the suit?
No, of course. I mean, if I strongly believe in my stand, if you start acting on principle in this country, you may find that something near to my benefit doesn't mean that I'm going to embrace it. You see, it depends. And like he said, what he said is a matter of speculation to me. No basis for it, no fact. And to say that judgments were delivered virtually was wrong to insinuate that.
No, he did not insinuate that. He
that
said
was what he was.
It's possible that they were also being threatened.
Which was also a matter of speculation, that it was possible, but he was not sure. And secondly, the lawyers that participated in the petition will have been contacted. This is not the first time judgments have been delivered virtually, even at the Supreme Court. I mean, judgments delivered virtually, hard cases conducted virtually during the COVID-19. We conducted so many cases virtually, even at the Apex Court. And there's nothing illegal about that. But I do know that the parties ought to have been contacted through their counsel. If the counsel fails to turn up or hook up to the link, just too bad. But you will have been informed. And once you are given the link, irrespective of where they are delivering the matter, the judgment, whether from Calabar, Uyo, Badagry, or where have you? I mean, these are judges of the tribunal recognized by the Constitution. They have delivered their judgment. There is nothing that says that they must come to Kano to come and deliver the judgment, even the electoral or the Constitution.
That matter about the threats to the judges themselves on both sides. Well, you were ready to respond immediately on that.
Yes, because he said, if you capture what he said vividly,
yes,
he said from security agencies.
And he also talked about the fact that one of the judges was arrested, that they have a report that the judge was arrested.
Has not been made public to my knowledge. And if that was the case, the appropriate authority will do the needful. The security agencies will prosecute the affected if they have any prima facie case against him, not on speculations. Anybody could have been arrested just by mere allegations. So I was on my way to this place. They say, okay, there's something in my pocket. So it's the duty of the security men to say, oh, let's see what is in your pocket. So there's nothing bad about somebody, suspect being arrested and being released. If that is the case, to my knowledge, that has not been made public. And even the media has not reported it. He's saying that. I don't know.
Okay, my colleagues have questions for you.
Senior Advocate Akintola, what the media has made public, is from our sister political program yesterday, Politics Today, where the counsel to the NNPP said that the tribunal laid the blame squarely on INEC for failing to rebut the claims and allegations put forward by the petitioners on INEC. Some of the claims being over 1,000 polling units where there were claims of violence, overvoting, killing, disruptions, and that the commission called in only 34 witnesses. Now, unlike the other cases, which we can immediately draw example for now, the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal, where the petitioners complain about the reluctance of INEC to present, to give them access, rather, to evidence, and also the willingness of INEC being the respondent in this case to defend their case. Why this docility and the ease of access? There's docility on the one hand and ease of access to election materials.
Well, thank you, madam. You see, are you hearing me?
Yeah, go ahead.
The truth of the matter is that two cases might not be the same the same facts, the same scenario, the same position of the law. It is not right to compare what happened in Kano with that of the presidential election petition. In the first place, INEC has the right to defend this election. And if INEC finds, this is not the first time that INEC will find that where it has no case, there was no basis for. In fact, in some cases, INEC has come out to say, I'm not holding brief for INEC. They are in the position to defend, the brief of INEC are in the position to defend themselves. But what I'm saying is that this is not the first time INEC will say, no, this one is bad. Even there are cases where they even refuse to file defense. So it is not new, it is not novel. There's nothing spectacular about that start. If INEC finds as a fact, it could not defend its position. The dignified thing for INEC to do is to stay away of probably.
But Dr. Akintola,
not prefer. Yes, please.
INEC conducted the election and it declared a winner.
Yes.
Shouldn't its character be consistent in every election, being that in line with electoral laws, it is a respondent in cases of election petition? So shouldn't its character be consistent?
You see, it is not in all cases. Let's face the fact. Like I did say, two cases might not be the same facts. The same. So many other things right for people to stay out there and be speculating. We wouldn't know until we hear from INEC. It has its reasons for doing what has done in Kano. We cannot fault it. If INEC found as a fact that it could not defend its position, the respectable thing for INEC to do was to throw up the sound like Pontius Pilate and say, look, I can't defend this. So I have not seen anything that is so strange about that. This is not the first time. And I'll give you examples of so many other cases that have come up that way. It's not in all cases that INEC just have to come out willy-nilly, want to defend something that is indefensible. Don't forget that in that same judgment, the court found, the tribunal found as a fact that the petitioner found in the INEC office ballot papers that were neither signed nor stamped. And that was not the first time that was happening.
Okay.
Like I did say, the first of its kind was in the C0L's case. So there's nothing strange about that. If you are caught pounds down, and like you people will say, if you, I mean, what else is there for you to defend?
Well, I struggle to understand that, Dr. Akintola, but if that's your position, we had another senior advocate on the program yesterday who says because of, these challenges, that in the future, if there'll be electoral reforms, that INEC should rather be an independent party rather than a respondent in cases, to avoid all of these pitfalls in the defense and, the seeming perception that it's taking a position. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, I will subscribe to that. That has been the position of my association, the Nigerian Bar Association, who have always been the vanguard of INEC adopting the position of in Will's report. And the MBA was adequately represented in that with committee, and we still stand by that position. So I subscribe to the opinion of my learned brother because I watched him say that. Even may not have agreed with many other things he said, but on that score, it was in order.
Okay. Well, let me ask Mr. Bature in our Kano studio, who has since rejoined the conversation. Mr. Bature, looking at some of the issues that were raised in that judgment, how is the Kano State government taking it? One of the issues raised was where Justice Osadebe ruled that even though membership of party is an internal affair, but the fact that INEC needed to prove that Governor Yusuf did not comply Well, let me read that part. It said, membership registration obtained from INEC clearly proves that Governor Yusuf did not comply with the Electoral Act, which required registration of membership 30 days before the party primary. What's the response of government to that?
Well, in a simple term, that is a pre-election matter and nobody challenges it within the party. So ideally, the only person that can challenge that aspect is somebody who contested the primaries along with the governor, who is a member of the NNPP. And His Excellency contested this primary election unopposed, and he was affirmed by the party stakeholders at Tanya Bacha Youth Center in Kano. So for us, that doesn't really hold water because it's a pre-election matter, and the court confirmed that it doesn't have jurisdiction to tackle that. But going to the other aspect of the judgment...
Just 1 second on that, before we move off, Mr. Bature, still on that same matter, while you are right, I mean, the court says it's a pre-election matter that shouldn't be adjudicated by the legislated, membership shouldn't be legislated by the court, but then the court also said that it is within the purview of any party to...
Thank you so much, my wonderful viewers, for watching this video together with me from the beginning to the end. Like I said before, if you like what you see here, if you like what I do in this platform, as you have finished watching this video, please hit that red button that says subscribe and put on your notification bell to all notification. In that way, you'll be able to know when I upload a new video. Share my videos, leave your comments in the comment section constructively. Until I meet your way again in my next video, I still remain your Linda's TV show. Bye-bye.